So here's the foundation of our SOPs for Yax and Schema Writer. And as you can see here, we have several documents that are templates. And I'm going to go over what's in this folder and show you a little more and give you some detail about what's in each of these templates. This is all of the content that we collect before we start Schema. And I'll show you in a subsequent video how how deep our schema goes. It's very extensive. So we always start with this set of templates. All we have to do is make a copy of these and move them over into a client folder, and then we're ready to start the project. So let's go into Schema Writer. The Schema Writer example CSVs are here so that we have the layout. So after we've copied this, or not copied it, but cloned it, yeah, it's copied, made a copy of it, we'll just fill this out with all of our sample awards. And here's the one for sample cities and POIs. Only has two columns. So we'll fill all of those in as we collect the data. And there are different ways to do it. We collect it with ChatGPT. Keywords, we also use ChatGPT. And as we collect those, we'll place them here into this CSV. And knows about, this is going to be like mentioned schema. It's really close to the same. We'll put a lot of different stuff in here, but this is just a template. And these same as are going to be Wikipedia links and then descriptions, and really the entities are going to go here. So, and then postal codes, we grab those out of ChatGPT as well. And then we have this CSV here. So we just paste them in, and then we'll save them to, we'll rename and save these into client project name. So that's how that goes. So, and then once the client project name is put on them, and we know that, or when the VA finishes it, we will say completed. We'll mark it completed just like that. That way, the manager can go in and take a look at the folders on any particular project and know exactly what has been completed and what has not been completed. So we'll just take that out right now and take that back to sample. And this is what we do with all of our templates. So we'll go back here and driving direction maps from points of interest to the GMB location. This is another template that we use. And you can see we put it in this format for a couple of different reasons. Well, we have two formats that we save this into. We use a Google Doc, and we paste all of that information in here. So we have the POI, and then we have the naked link, and then we have the embed code, the iframe embed code. And we have it in this format so that we can use it as content in Yax, and it makes a huge difference. So we'll fill that out with something we also get from ChatGPT. And here's another template, and this one works a little bit differently. Here are the keywords that we come up with, and we have a particular method for it, which you'll see in a later video. And then we clean that set of keywords because this is for Yax. We'll clean that set of keywords down to the root keyword plus modifiers. And those will go in this column, and we know where we can find them every time we need them. Being organized is the most, it's the biggest issue that we've had as an agency, and keeping things organized, doing them the right way the first time is very important to your efficiency. So, and then we have topical entities, descriptions, and links to Wikipedia. And we do two different kinds here. We'll have the client company name, the GMB description, and the GMB share link, and then the client website, homepage H1 title, meta description, homepage. And all of these are going to be used in different portions of our process, but we put them all here so we know exactly where we're going to be. And you saw me mention postal codes a minute ago. We put all of those right here so that we'll always know where they are. And then when it comes time to upload the postal codes to Schema Writer, then we'll just come in here, and this may be the reason we're saving these in different places is because we may not have one person that goes through the entire project through, from start to finish. And usually we don't. Usually we have people who collect information and content, keywords, entities, so on and so forth, and they fill these out. And then whoever's actually uploading the content to Yax or Schema Writer will come in and grab the information here. And this is why we do it this way. It really, I like for people to do batch work. If they're good at collecting information and content, I like for them to continue to do that. That also separates things so that not all of your VAs know your entire system, or they may know your entire system, but they don't become experts at it. So there's really not a way for them to give your processes away. So I have content collectors, and I have content generators who generate our articles, as you will see in the later subsequent videos of the SOPs. And then I have people who actually use Schema Writer and use Yax to publish the information. So here is collecting microservice areas and POIs. And again, one person will put this in here, and then whoever's actually inputting into using the software to publish will come back and get this information here. So we'll close that. And then client documentation sheet. This is something we start with, and you'll see that in the step-by-step. And we hold a lot of information here. We use GMB Everywhere to do an audit of the GMB. This gives us a lot of information, website link, NAP, and all that stuff that we need to link back to the GMB. And we publish all of this information, and I'll show you what it looks like, what a completed one looks like. And we publish all this information in Yax, and it all goes into the schema first, then the schema goes into Yax, and then we publish all of this content in Yax because it helps associate the GMB with the website and all the citations and everything else that we put into the schema. So this is a really important part. Here's the web page links and the credentials to the website for the client. We create in-house Gmail accounts for each project that we work on. And then here is high impact citations and credentials. We paste all that information here. Social accounts and credentials for those accounts will go here. Sometimes we don't use these on this sheet, but a lot of times we do, especially if we're working on an in-house project, because all of my GMBs and all of my websites have social accounts on them. And we do some high impact citations, and I like for them to be here, stored here, as well as some other places for easy access. That's how that goes. Citations, this is a really easy one. these are our citations, and we just document everything here. So not really technical there. Wikipedia location and content. So we just go into Wikipedia and type in the geolocation, or we'll go into Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT to return everything from that's on a Wikipedia page for a certain location. And we publish that in this format in Google Docs because we're also going to publish it in Yax. But we also want to use this in Schema as well. So that is when we put uh, that's when we put store the information, the same information in a template. So let's see here. Wikipedia services, template, FAQs. So here's table content for Wikipedia. So we'll put everything here because we're going to use this in, as you saw in the schema writer templates, this is our part of our schema. So we'll put this here. The one person who's collecting the information will put it here, and the person who's using the software will come here to get it. And this will go into Schema Writer. And the previous one that I showed you is in a format, it's in an HTML format, so we can actually publish it on our Yax. And it's incredibly powerful. Okay, local schema or organization schema. What we do is once we create our local schema and organizational schema in Schema Writer, we'll come back and store that information here because there are other links that we will always build, or there will be another tier to the initial branded stacks that we use. And we're always going to use this local and organizational schema somewhere else. So, and then you can go through the rest of these. I'll be happy to give you access to these so that you can see them all. And all of this will make a lot more sense once you see the actual step by step process for collecting all of this information, and everything is actually spelled out in videos. So I will see you in the next video.